It started like a show match, but within minutes, everyone inside the arena realized they were watching something far bigger. Two generations, two completely different personalities. One explosive stage. On one side stood Nick Kyrgios, the fearless entertainer who built his career on unpredictable brilliance, impossible shot-making, and the confidence to challenge anyone in the sport. On the other side was Joao Fonseca, the teenage sensation many fans already call the Rocket, carrying the hopes of Brazilian tennis on his shoulders in front of a passionate home crowd at UTS Rio. Every seat was filled, every phone was pointed toward the court, and every fan expected fireworks. What nobody expected was just how quickly the atmosphere would transform from excitement into pure intensity. From the very first point, Kyrgios reminded everyone why he remains one of the most naturally gifted players in tennis. His serves exploded off the racket, his drop shots landed with unbelievable touch, and his trademark confidence immediately put pressure on Fonseca. But this wasn't the Joao Fonseca who simply wanted to enjoy sharing a court with a global star. This was a young player determined to prove he belonged on the biggest stage. Every winner he struck sent the Brazilian crowd into a frenzy, and every point became louder than the last. You could almost feel the energy shaking through the arena as chants echoed from every corner. Instead of being intimidated, Fonseca embraced the moment, feeding off every cheer, every clap, and every roar. Kyrgios noticed it too. He smiled, nodded, and answered with the kind of creativity that has made him one of tennis's greatest entertainers. Suddenly, impossible passing shots, behind-the-back attempts, and fearless winners turned the match into a spectacle that neither player wanted to lose. Momentum began swinging wildly from one side to the other. 1 minute it looked like Kyrgios had complete control, using his experience to outsmart the young Brazilian. The next minute Fonseca answered with fearless baseline winners that reminded everyone why experts believe he could become one of the future stars of the ATP Tour. The contrast between experience and youth made every rally even more captivating. Kyrgios relied on instinct, touch, and years of confidence under pressure, while Fonseca relied on fearless aggression, incredible speed, and the hunger of a player with absolutely nothing to lose. That combination created a match where every point felt like a highlight. The crowd wasn't simply watching tennis anymore, they were witnessing two different eras colliding on the same court. As the match continued, Kyrgios elevated his level exactly when it mattered most. His serve became even more dangerous, his shot selection became more precise, and his ability to read Fonseca's patterns started paying off. Every veteran trick seemed to appear at exactly the right time. But Fonseca refused to disappear. Even after losing crucial points, he kept attacking, kept believing, and kept forcing Kyrgios to earn every single game. That's what impressed so many people watching around the world. This wasn't just about winning or losing. It was about showing the mentality needed to compete against one of the sport's biggest personalities. Every point revealed another glimpse of the fearless future many believe Fonseca represents. Every smile, every fist pump, and every powerful forehand reminded the home fans that Brazilian tennis may have found its next superstar. Yet on this night, experience proved impossible to ignore. Kyrgios showed exactly why he has defeated Grand Slam champions throughout his career. He slowed the pace when necessary, accelerated without warning, and constantly kept Fonseca guessing. The young Brazilian produced moments of brilliance, but Kyrgios responded with moments of genius. That difference became increasingly important as the biggest points arrived. Instead of forcing spectacular winners, Kyrgios trusted his instincts, stayed composed, and made smarter decisions under pressure. It was a masterclass in using experience against fearless youth. The Brazilian crowd never stopped believing, though. Every Fonseca winner felt like a goal in a football stadium. The atmosphere became electric, emotional, and unforgettable. Fans weren't simply supporting a player, they were supporting the dream of seeing Brazil produce another global tennis icon. Fonseca embraced every second of it, fighting until the very last point without showing fear or hesitation. That fighting spirit may ultimately become his greatest weapon as his career continues to grow. Long after the final point, people weren't just talking about the winner, they were talking about what they had witnessed. Kyrgios reminded the tennis world that when healthy and motivated, few players can match his natural talent and entertainment value. At the same time, Joao Fonseca showed why the future of men's tennis looks incredibly exciting. His courage, power, and belief against one of the sport's biggest personalities earned him respect far beyond the final scoreboard. Sometimes the biggest victories aren't measured by trophies. They're measured by proving you belong. And Fonseca absolutely did that. For Kyrgios, the match served as another reminder that his unique combination of charisma and talent continues to make him one of the most fascinating players in the sport. Whether fans love him or criticize him, they simply cannot ignore him. Every time he steps onto a court, something memorable usually happens, and UTS Rio was no exception. Meanwhile, Fonseca walked away with something equally valuable: experience against one of the game's most unpredictable competitors, and another chapter in what already looks like an extraordinary journey. If this match was a preview of what's coming over the next several years, tennis fans have every reason to be excited. One player proved that experience still matters. The other proved that the future is arriving much faster than anyone expected. Their clash delivered entertainment, emotion, incredible shot-making, and a reminder that tennis is always at its best when different generations collide with everything on the line. And if Joao Fonseca continues developing at this pace while Nick Kyrgios keeps producing moments of brilliance whenever he returns, this may not be the last unforgettable chapter between these two exciting stars. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more emotional tennis stories, match analysis, and the biggest moments from around the tennis world, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a comment below telling us who you think has the brighter future, Joao Fonseca or Nick Kyrgios. Your support helps us bring you more high-quality tennis content every week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.